Go ahead and go live for the new moon in Aquarius. Let's see here. Telling me to rotate my device. Why can't I have it the way I want it? Okay. Pull a few cards from the Moonology deck and the Goddess Wisdom Rising. And if we got time, I'll do the Comedic Wisdom or Comedic Tarot deck as well. Just want to get a general energy for the new moon. I already pulled or did a spread, which is uploading now. All about breaking out of our comfort zone, out of our shell. Out of the Moonology deck, the full moon in Aries came out, full moon eclipse, and also full moon in Cancer. So 3 cards of manifestation, of release, of letting go. From the Goddess Rising deck came the liberation card. So that's all about breaking free. Also, we got the harvest card. So it'll be real interesting to see if those cards come back out again. Excuse me, I'm messing up background. I got some kids. We didn't finish cleaning up. I wanted to have the camera turned just on the table, but this is my first time really going live. So it's okay. We want to just get an energy spread. Let's see. What message do we have for the collective? What is the best message? Of course, the moon represents our feminine energy, our goddess side, our feminine aspect, which is, of course, controlling our emotions or our intuitive nature, our healing principles, our mothering side, nurturing side, of course. The moon represents the water element and healing, and full moon in Cancer again came out earlier in the deck, which is the mother of the zodiac. Cancer represents the 4th house, which represents home, family. Cancer is all about nurturing and turning into, heal our inner child. And that's what I think, again, this pandemic and this whole time for the last couple of years has been all about releasing anything that might be holding our vibration down or keeping us from ascending to the new frequencies that are coming in. This is a great time to be alive, man. The world is shifting. We got the Pluto return for the United States where I'm at. So I can't wait to see what shifts or what changes come about with that. If a card doesn't fly out soon, mommy's just going to pick something from the deck. Give me a card that represents this moon energy. All right. It says the energy is gaining momentum. The waxing moon. At the bottom of the deck is your commitment is being tested. Huh. So again, it is, I believe we're all being asked to step out of our comfort zone. Since I like 3s, I was going to say we're going to, what it is? Step out of your comfort zone. See, that's why I like to pull cards on deck. I mean, you cannot lie about the energy. I love tarot, but that's basically, like I said, that is what the energy is asking us to do. Don't hold yourself back. This is the North Node card. And in January, the North Node and the South Node made a switch into the signs of Taurus and Scorpio. So if you have any Taurus or Scorpio placements, you definitely want to check your chart so you can see where that energy is going to affect you. Scorpio pretty much makes up a lot of my first house. So I already know it's going to be a transformative year for me. And I believe that's going to be transformative for a lot of us, really. Taurus is all about, the Taurus represents the 2nd house of the zodiac wheel. If the 1st house is all about, you and yourself, the 2nd house is about your things, your possessions, money, stability. Taurus represents, work ethic and your job and, all the things that ground us and keep us stable. Okay, so we got some flyers. Joy. You can't go wrong with that. I love this deck. This is the Goddess Rising. And what did I say earlier? This is all about mothering your inner child. And that's kind of what I get from this card. She's holding her baby in her arms. You know, the moon is the mother aspect, as I said. So that's synchronistic right there. It's time to turn within. If there's anything that you still have within you that is not healed, we block our blessings with resentment, anger, any low vibrational energy. Wow, we got Aunt Nancy again. This came out in another spread that I did with the the thumbnail that you see for this video. There's a whole nother video that I did with that Asura Aset combination. And I believe it was the King and Queen of Pentacles. This Aunt Nancy energy, which is so funny because I didn't recognize it during that initial spread, but I don't know if any of you watched that show on Stars. It was American Gods, where Orlando Jones, I believe the actor's name was, he played the scene, man, where he was a spider and he was on the slave ship, and he basically came in to talk the slaves into revolting and burning down the ship with them on it, you know, basically committing suicide. Because, you know, a lot of our ancestors, like they said, they jumped from the ships. Like Black Panther said, you know, I'd rather bury me in the ocean with my ancestors who knew that, you know, death was better than bondage. I love it. Now, this spider energy, although the card is betrayal, and it is the number 20, which is all about, you know, 20 in the tarot deck is usually about justice, you know, judgment. I'm sorry, not justice, judgment. So Nancy, or that particular deity, was a trickster deity in the, you know, the African folklore. Again, it was all about, if you are in your lower nature, it could turn your ego against you. You know, that's betrayal. Could be a betrayal of yourself, self-sabotage. Also, of course, could be a betrayal from someone else, those closest to us. But reading the card from the book, it basically explained that, you know, any betrayal from another is still betrayal of yourself, because you knew you got signs. You just ignored the red flags because for whatever reason you wanted to, whether you wanted to hold on to the person that was hurting you or betraying you, or just like right now, it looks like she's holding a pearl, you know. But at this moment, when I thought about it, I was thinking like what they call those, like a globe. She's looking into her crystal ball, and she could see. She, you know, like the high priestess knows. You know, our intuition picks up on the slightest vibrations of the spider's web. You know, you could feel in that web when shit starts tingling. You get those spidey senses. Unfortunately, a lot of us ignore them. Wow. The card that flew out with it was Radical Rebirth. So again, joy. Healing the inner child within us brings about change. You know, betrayal, I think we are moving into a new cycle in life, at least those of us who have done the work. You know, you have to, first of all, you got to feel it to heal it. I know people are tired of hearing it, but that's so much the truth. I mean, any energy or sadness or emotion that we keep pushing down and bottling eventually becomes our shadow side, you know, like that movie Us. That was the whole point of that movie. The things that we neglect within ourselves, you know, our shadow, or our, you know, the unseen aspects of ourselves that we avoid looking at, eventually will come and try to kill you. You know, because it's weighing your heart down. It's, you know, like I always say, tears that are held in, that you don't cry, they make you sick. Eventually, they manifest in some type of disease or illness. You gotta let it out. You want to feel joy? right under joy was grief. That's so cyclical, because again, they go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Light and dark go together. I'm like, is she on a snake? Let's see. Oh, I can see the moon. She looks pregnant too. See, that's what I'm saying. So she's pregnant. This one has birthed it. This one has birthed her baby. I love synchronicity, y'all. And this is just so beautiful. So you got 29, which was a couple days ago. So funny because I do these oracle quickies every morning, and I believe that was yesterday's message. Well, technically the 30th of January, because it's like 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning right now. So it's February 1st. Happy Black History Year. I know it's Black History Month all day, every day around here. especially on my Instagram. So if you're into African history, metaphysics, comedic history, definitely want to follow, subscribe to my YouTube, because I'm always going to have something inspirational with that aim to inspire. But that was the message that I did the other day. And Oprah's birthday is the 29th. So I said that I pulled a card on Sunday from my sacred geometry deck, and that was the card that came out, was healing, which was number 29. Healing is, again, accepting the grief, or accepting, whatever pain that we may have experienced, and not letting it hold us back or weighing us down. We got to birth it. We got to let it go. I mean, for this to be the grief card, I'm not going to say she looks happy, but she's a beautiful sad. you know, if only our pain could be so beautiful. And it truly is, though, because once you, again, birth, think about it. Childbirth is painful, but look at how beautiful it is once the baby is born. They say having a child is like seeing your heart walk outside yourself forever. This card is number 16, which is 7, which is God, which is Ma'at, which is, the number of balance, harmony. 6 is balance, but so is 7. 7 was all about the Ma'at scales of justice and just the frequency of God. Underneath that is resistance. Underneath that is miracles. So the message I got with that is, again, when we hold on to our grief, we block our blessings. I feel like there's miracles surrounding all of us right now. We've been given a chance with this pandemic to go within, to heal the grief so that we can birth the things that we want to, the harvest, like the previous sprayer that I pulled. It's time, y'all. A lot of us have been doing the work for the last few years. I know since 2019 hit, when Uranus entered Taurus, where now, again, the North Node is in Taurus now. See, as soon as I pulled up the North Node card again, it says luck is on your side. Full moon in Sagittarius. Oh, no, it says look at the bigger picture. I'm already used to it. I know the other card. So new moon in Sagittarius is luck is on your side. This says look at the bigger picture. So full recap again. The grief that we may have experienced in the past, when we look at the bigger picture, the grief is actually the catalyst. It is what had to happen to force us out of our comfort zone. Because, again, the tower happens, or things happen, when we don't listen to the intuitive nudges. When we don't listen to the vibrations that we can feel coming in on them spider webs. Radical rebirth. That is what is at hand right now. That is what this new moon energy is. New moons are all about setting intentions. So what I would suggest is write down what you want. Speak it till you see what you say. Plan for your future. Set your intentions. The Oracle Quickie for tomorrow morning, I've already done, and it was all about, again, the fact that you can't have one without the other. You can't have good intentions without good or consistent attention and intention. You got to have feelings and the mind. They go together, heart and mind. It has to combine in harmony for you to manifest your dreams and actually pull forth the miracles and the joy that you deserve. Not only, it's joy and peace is all of our birthrights. The fact is, we hold on to the things that hurt us. We trap ourselves in grief sometimes, and that causes resistance, stagnation. Like Abraham Hicks always says, resistance is what slows down the manifestation. As soon as you say what you want, or as soon as you decide what you want, as soon as you consciously choose and make that choice, things start happening on a universal or a atomic scale. That's what they say. Human beings, we all have that innate capability to actually consciously tell ourselves what we want. You could tell your body, heal itself. And you can speak it all day, but unless you feel and believe that it can be done, unless you believe it's possible, it ain't gonna happen. 9 times out of 10, You have to actually feel. You got to put your attention there and your intention there. So I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Comedic Tarot deck just to finalize this read because I've already done one. This is me just forcing myself out of my comfort zone. I see one card stayed on the table, so that obviously, right? There's no coincidences in this world. So what stayed on the table was the King of Wands. A couple different messages came through. The fact that it stayed on the table, I mean, the King of Wands can be, in the upright, all the kings are good as long as, again, the ego is balanced with the shadow self, or that the shadow self isn't manifesting into something, bad. Because the King of Wands gets a bad rap, of it being flighty or him being, all about his wand. Usually that's the Knight of Wands, but the King of Wands does get that rap too when you watch tarot, that they're wanting to be in charge, can be a little bossy and controlling. I mean, all the kings can. I mean, all of us can. We all have an inner masculine and feminine side, and our masculine is what gets shit done. Our feminine aspect is the creative side, that plans and sets the intention. And but it's our groundedness, our masculine energy that goes out and actually does the action to pull in what we want. So let's get something to clarify. What is that? What is the nature of that King of Wands? And it's funny because I see whatever the last card was, underneath that is the Sacred Lust card. So I don't know. I don't want, YouTube is about those, any type of cards where there's any nakedness. So that's why I quickly pulled it away. But Sacred Lust is not a bad thing either, as long as it's a healthy thing. Joy and pleasure is one way to help manifest. I mean, a lot of things, shit, they say it's a great time to think and plan when you're right at that release moment through the sacral chakra. Use that joy and sacred lust. I mean, it is our sacral chakra, the energy from, that area of our body, that chakra, which creates, that's where our creativity comes from. The Kundalini, rises from there. Underneath that was divine lineage. We got ancestors that have paved the way for us. This is a very, like I said earlier, divine time to be alive. We got the Pluto return of the United States coming through. I believe there's going to be some big changes happening within the next few years. I mean, we have stepped fully into the golden age of Aquarius. It's time to regain, our birthright, our lineage, our ancestry. Africans again populated the globe first, and it's all about learning our lineage, tapping into our inner selves to pretty much understand what we came here to do. In order for you to really find out what your soul's mission is, or what it is that spirit is asking of you, you have to go within and be quiet and listen. Here goes that grief right there, the Three of Swords. And this Three of Swords is always deep to me because the Three of Swords in this deck kind of looks like an urn to me. Like, the ashes of the dead are in there. Speaking of the divine lineage. So a lot of us are here healing trauma, healing our bloodline with this divine lineage card. We're not only healing our own grief and healing our own inner child, we are here to help uplift the whole collective vibration and clear ancestral karma for our bloodline so that our children and those that come after us don't have to repeat the same lessons. I mean, this is a new age that we're going into. So depending on what seeds you've planted in your life and what vibration you're on will be determining what you're manifesting. I know our ancestors is like, come on. She got her hands together. Like our ancestors are there to guide us and to lead us away from this Five of Swords energy. I mean, this Five of Swords energy, usually Five of Swords is a bad rap. That means, some type of conflict. The fives are all about, usually Five of Swords is you arguing with somebody, you two having a disagreement, but it can be, again, the mental, inner disagreement. You got the Three of Swords, and that's what this person is holding. This person has the Three of Swords. And these cards came out to clarify the King of Wands. So the King of Wands could be the catalyst for you, the person that hurt you. The King of Wands could have been the one that brought the grief to you so that you can bring it up out of you. I mean, the whole point of relationships, whether they're intimate relationships, whether they are family or friends, all relationships are a mirror to us to help us heal in some way from whatever it is that we have within. I mean, a reflection in a sense for us to see what it is that we need to learn. All relationships essentially are there to help us grow and expand and step out of our comfort zone. So again, Spirit is bringing me back to that North Node. North Node is in Taurus right now. That is where the collective energy is headed. Now, the South Node is usually where we're coming from or things that we need to let go. The South Node is in Scorpio, but that card, instead of step out of your comfort zone, the South Node says, don't let your past hold you back. And that's basically what this is. Don't let any grief from that King of Wands energy, anybody hurting you, or any Five Swords energy, let that shit go. Let them people walk away. Let them go. Let the mental conflict go. Let me get a couple more cards just to clarify for the collective. This King of Wands energy. The Three of Swords, which I put back in the deck because we're done with negative energy. Again, we're not even going to leave that on the table. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I see it. I acknowledge it. So let me recap. Again, you can't avoid your feelings. You can't avoid the drama, or that creates the shadow. You do have to sit in it. You have to acknowledge the pain. You have to feel the pain. And then you are reborn. You're reborn. What was it? Radical transformation is at hand. Here go the last few cards. Two of Swords. So that's kind of what? That's the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords. The Three of Swords and the Two of Swords makes the Five of Swords. That's basically what happened. We feel the vibration on the spider web. We know we got intuitive nudges. We always get that intuitive hit before we get bit. But sometimes we put our blindfold on. Sometimes we sit and act like we don't know, and we put ourselves in some type of mental hole. We're sitting on the edge of the shore, and the water in the background always represents our emotions. So we're just sitting on the edge, but we don't want to go in the water. We don't want to get wet. We're just gonna sit there and act like we don't see. I don't see what's going on. No, you seen it. But what's coming forward though? These cards fell out. We got the Scribe of Pentacles. So it says Scribe is scarce, so that represents the Pentacles. So that's a message. And Pentacles are all about something physical. So, wow. Underneath that is the 10 of Pentacles. So you got a message coming in, and this is the Sphinx. So this is number 12. This is the Hangman. So to recap, whew, God is good. Your commitment is being tested right now. How bad do you want something? You see, this is the, you see that's the quarter moon. First quarter moon. So it's basically, today is the new moon. So 1 week from today will be the first quarter moon. And it's basically asking us now, within this next week before the first quarter moon, to go within, find out what our resistance is, find out what is holding us back. Make sure that any grief that we had is cleared out so that we can get this joy that's coming around the corner. We want to have this joy and birth that baby that grief is holding in her. There's a baby to be born. And I immediately I thought of Mary J. Blige, just like all of her best music comes out of pain. And I know at the time she ain't trying to hear that shit. It's painful. Got my heart broke. It feels fucked up. But in the end, hindsight is 2020. When you look back after the pain subsides, damn, did it not birth something beautiful? It birthed something beautiful, baby. Birth miracles. That's what it's birthing. Fuck that trickster energy, that Five of Swords energy, that King of Wands. They missed out. Let them go. Let that motherfucker walk off like the Five of Swords. Let them go. Hey, you can have it. You want Five of Swords energy is usually, like they say, they want to win at all costs. They want to do anything and everything to say they beat you. I surrender. No problem. You can win because it's only me against me, baby. You know what I mean? I'm not even competing with you. I'm out here trying to better myself. I'm going within the Sphinx. Which again, I don't need, that's one thing. I don't like that name, the Sphinx. The Sphinx is a whole different story than what our Heru Amaket, and I might be butchering that name, but it's all about Heru on the horizon. So our ancestors' monument is all about rising above our lower nature, allowing our higher self to overtake or not. See, I hate to say conquer, but it's defeating our lower nature. And even better, it's not even defeat, it's balancing it, it's integrating it. Our shadow is not to be killed. You don't slay your ego, you incorporate it. You learn to use your ego to benefit you instead of hurting you. And that's going to bring about the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is all about that happy family life, that stability. Again, I just heard lineage, family money, that family wealth. Where's the family at? Divine lineage. Calling forth the Six is all about, again, equality, equal give and take. Six in tarot is the Lover's card. You know what I mean? That again is, you could look at it like, most people love to look at it like a lover or someone outside yourself. But always remember, again, the twin flame journey is always about joining and balancing our own inner masculine and feminine, because you can't love anybody the way that they need to be. You can't love fully without loving yourself unconditionally, flaws and all, everything. That is truly where the Ten of Pentacles comes from, and the Ten of Cups. Those tens is all about self-mastery, self-worth, peace, joy, contentment, being happy with oneself and one's predicament. Now to recap again, you got this Scribe of Scarab. So again, that's like the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is basically letting you know that there's a message coming in, maybe a gift, someone bringing you in, letting you know that you're wanted, you're desired, you are part of someone's family here. That's what I believe. I believe that, the King of Wands, I believe that, and I really hate the same, because you hear the same message every day on these tarot reads. You've been hurt before. Everybody's been hurt before. That's life. We learn our best lessons and we learn more about ourselves in our trials and tribulations. But we can't stay there. I'm done. We're moving on. We're going to a higher frequency, baby. It's the return of the Jedi out here. We are the light workers and the star seeds. If you are conscious, if you are awake, what they say, stay woke. If you are conscious and aware of yourself to the point where you are ready to address your own flaws and perfections and own anything that you maybe doing just to hold yourself back and restricting yourself. The restriction card again and the betrayal card that initially came out again is all about our own inner betrayal, the things that we do to ourselves, whether that's allowing someone to get over on us or that's whether it's self-sabotage. Either way, once we let go of it, we start manifesting. And it says gang, gang, Sarah, gang, gang, gang. So I'm just saying, you see how she got several arms here. So she's making me think of the spider. She is the tree. I was about to say she's part of the tree, but she is the tree. She is the divine lineage, like that Beyonce video. I will be the tree. I wrote a poem about it. We are our ancestors right there. That's how it is. That's what I just heard. We are our ancestors. We are the roots. We are the tree. We are the leaves. We're the seeds. We're the flowers. Like Bob Marley said, Man is a universe within himself. And the more we look outside of ourselves, the more resistant we are. We have to turn within. We have to go in. That's what number 12 is all about. The hangman. That's a spiritual solitude. To go in and decide what it is that we truly want so that we can manifest that. If you are watching tarot videos all day about how somebody hurt you and how you want them to come back, or I don't know, anything that's not uplifting you, then we're wasting time. You know what I mean? We got to be focused on what it is that we do want. Like my Oracle Quickie that will be coming out tomorrow morning. It's all about setting your intentions and keeping your attention on your intentions so that it manifests. You can't have one without the other. You can't set intentions and then let your attention be on some bullshit. If your intention is to manifest your dream and to move forward and to manifest a better life for yourself or the love of your life or whatever your goal is, you got to keep your focus on that. Every time that we go back and start looking backwards, like that biblical story when they told, what was it? Lot said, told his wife, don't look back, man. The shit's burning. Let the tower fall. Let the city burn. Don't look back or you're going to turn to stone. You're going to get stuck. Looking back keeps you from moving forward. So don't look back. Look where you want to go. Focus on where you're going. I tell my son that all the time. He's 6. But I swear this boy, he just don't be watching where he's walking. He just be going anywhere. You got to pay attention to where you going, baby, or you going to trip. You're going to get tripped up. If you're not looking where you're going or focusing on where you want to go, that's when you end up falling. So to recap, focus your attention on what your intention is, and we'll manifest our dreams. Look at the bigger picture. Overall, yeah, we've been hurt. Yeah, shit happens. But it happens so that we can expand, so that we can grow and we can step out of our comfort zone. Your commitment is being tested. Spirit is asking, how much do you want it? How bad do you want it? You know what I mean? Do you want to detox? Do you want to feel good? What do you want? Once you decide what you want and you focus on it, the universe will open up and bring everything to you. So I feel like this next week, today is the new moon in Aquarius. This first quarter moon will be 1 week from today, telling us, or at least, excuse me, it'll basically be bringing forth, or at least, I mean, everything isn't going to be manifested immediately. It might not be in full. Everybody's on a different timeline, so some people reap everything tomorrow. Some people, it might take longer. It's all about what you believe and what you plan, how your intentions go. Is there any last messages for the collective? Damn, it's already over 30 minutes. These messages be going quick. I need to get some sleep. I got to get my kids up in the morning for school. I'm doing way too much tonight, but I'm doing this because Spirit has been telling me to grow this channel. And if you're still with me, I need you to go ahead and hit that like button and to subscribe, because I'm going to grow this channel. What I'm going to start doing for the month of February is I'm going to come on sporadically and start doing live reads, and I'm going to give free card pulls to those who are members. Those who are subscribers. See, we got the 10 of Wands flew out with the 8 of Cups. And I can't even say it no better to end on that. We're walking away from the bullshit. The 10 of Wands is all about carrying too many burdens. Look at him. He's trying to carry all them damn wands. Tired as hell, sweating. The sun is beating on his back. Now, the sun is all about life. You see the rejuvenation. You can always see the little the ankhs coming out of the sun. The sun brings life. It gives energy. But I mean, if you carrying too much stuff on your back, I heard that song Bag Lady, Erykah Badu. And what was that? The Wiz. Ease on down the road, baby. Don't you go carrying nothing that might be a load. Ease on down the road. I'm not going to sing because, yeah. But that's what it is, babe. We walking away from the bullshit. We walking away from any emotional pain, anything still. Them cups. In this deck, the unks represent the cups. So that's deep, because the sun, Again, in comedic history, or in symbolism, comedic symbolism, usually when you see those lines coming from the sun, is usually the unks coming from the sun. So you got the water coming from the fire, and we are all the elements, of course. Our chart makes up, the water, fire, earth, air element. Once you are able to master that and balance the whole chart, then spirit, we got our higher nature taking control of our lower nature, where it's not that we've beat it into submission. We've adopted it, we've healed it, we've loved it, we've nurtured our lower nature and our shadow self so that we are one now. We're balanced. We are two ends of the same coin, or two sides of the same coin, two ends of the same stick. We are one. 12 equals 3. 3 is a catalytic number. It's all about understanding. You got to have knowledge first. Then comes wisdom. Without knowledge, without wisdom, they go hand in hand. You can't have wisdom without knowledge. And if you got knowledge but no wisdom, then there's no understanding. So, damn, and that took me back to her birthing the babies. Because again, that's basically it. This is like 1, and then plus 2 is wisdom, Then you got the birth of understanding. The baby is here. She's happy. New mothers don't care about that pain she went through. That's the beauty of life. Our body naturally secretes all these hormones right after childbirth that makes you forget about how painful that shit just was. You'd be so happy to see the thing that was moving around in you. And that's how it is. Spirit is asking you to step outside of your comfort zone so that you can birth something that is within you that is going to benefit us all, the collective. And that is going to bring you the joy that you've been searching for. Self-fulfillment, self-purpose, doing what we incarnated here to do, our incarnation objective, fulfilling our purpose. Usually that's when we're sad and we're confused in life. The lowest points of my life has always been kind of when I lost myself, when I lost my purpose or focus or attention. I got distracted. That's usually where I fall because I'm not paying attention. And you get distracted, whether it's your friends or trying to keep up with the Joneses or, getting on some material shit that don't matter anyway. We are not here to collect things. We are here to experience and feel and grow and expand and be love and light and joy and all those higher vibrational feelings. And I'm not saying we're not going to have the lower, because again, they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. Everything's a cyclical thing. What goes up must come down. What goes down got to come back up. I feel like, though, right now, a lot of us have been down for a while. And it's time to harvest, baby. It's time to harvest whatever seeds you've been planting. If you've been planting good seeds, you got good shit coming. If you've been planting bullshit, then go ahead and get your shovel. You got shit to haul. But I personally feel if you watching me or you watching this, or if you're on any type of spiritual quest or ascension, you got good things coming, baby. This is the age of Aquarius. We're stepping into a new divine light and frequency. No matter what, claim what you want, speak what you seek until you see what you say. Asha, Asha, Ashe. I know I'm sleepy. I'm going to bed, y'all. Abracadabra. That was part of my Oracle Quickie from earlier today. Abracadabra literally means I will create what I speak, or, it was manifested from that what was spoken. So again, I'm ended on that. Again, speak what you seek until you see what you say. Combine your intention with your attention. Once you set your intention, don't let anything distract you. Don't let anything hold you back. And I promise you, ancestors promise you, divine lineage promises you, it's going to be beautiful, baby. A radical rebirth. Looking at them lines that make me think of that Sekhmet energy. You deserve joy. You deserve to be happy. Birth your dreams. Ashe. I aim to inspire peace,